Prodigy has the heat.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. 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 Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
This is my first time doing this, but what's going on, guys? My name is the Teagues here. You can all call me Tegan if you want to. And today, we're doing my first tier list. Well, not my first tier list. We did the Avengers ranking, but this is an actual tier list video, where it actually has the tier list and everything. So, today we're doing the Pokemon starters, going from Gen 1, Red, Blue, Yellow, all the way to Sword and Shield. Scarlet and Violet are not on here because I have not played those games, but we do have Pikachu and Eevee from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. There are no Legends Arceus. There is no Mega Evolutions. It's just base starters, and this is my opinion on these starters. Again, my opinion again. So if you guys don't like it, sorry, but everyone has their own opinion, and it is a video game at the end of the day. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna start off. Excuse me. For this, we're gonna do each individual one. So we got Bulbasaur through Pikachu, as the list shows right here. Bulbasaur through Pikachu. But Bulbasaur for Kanto, pretty good, really good starter. Deals with Misty and Brock really well, and is also great for the end game too. We'll probably just clump them all together, maybe, except for some, I don't know. But Bulbasaur, definitely a good starter. Ivysaur, good. Venusaur, amazing. I do love Venusaur. And also, I don't want this video to be super long, so I'll just say a couple things about them, and we'll move on. Like Venusaur, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, they're great starters. They aren't the... Well, they probably are objectively the best for Kanto's typing-wise. For Kalos, Venusaur is great for dealing with fairy types, so that's also taken into consideration as well, for me anyway. Charmander, amazing. Charmeleon, good. I don't like Charmeleon that much, but Charizard going up to the top. I mean, come on, it's a fire-breathing dragon. Why, like, come on, guys. Like Charizard, I love Charizard. I know everyone is sick of Charizard at this point, but for me, I love Charizard. Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y. Charizard Shiny is probably the best Shiny of almost any starter, except for some, which we'll probably go over as we get to them. But the Charmander line does have a hard time in Kanto because of some of the early type matchups like Misty and Brock. And if you do get a Charizard before Lieutenant Surge, which I know some people who do that, have a hard time with Lieutenant Surge, but the rest, Charizard has a good time in Kanto. And also for Johto, Charizard has a good time. And Kalos, Charizard does have a good time. Not the best, but a good time in Kalos. So all around good. Squirtle, probably my least favorite of the Kanto starters. So, but I have used them before. I'm going to say they're all a solid starter. I haven't had much playtime with them. I've only played with them once through I think it was Pokemon Blue when I went back and played it. I did use Squirtle. Squirtle was a good choice. I still wouldn't pick Squirtle over Bulbasaur and Charmander, though. That's just my opinion. And also, Kalos didn't do much to improve on Squirtle. I don't really like Blastoise's Mega Evolution either. But, here we got Chikorita. I'd rather use the level 1 Magikarp than use any of the Chikorita line, except for Meganium. Meganium's is a solid. Meganium's solid, but Chikorita and Bayleaf, no. I would not use any of these two. I'd rather use the level 1 Magikarp in Johto. Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil has the same stats as Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, you know, has the same stats all around. But Cyndaquil, oh my god, my mouse. Cyndaquil's a solid starter. It's good for the early game. It's good for easy level up. Quilava, again, good, solid. Typhlosion's a good starter. Typhlosion's actually a really good starter for Johto. It can learn Thunder Punch, which is really great for dealing with flying types and water types, but I probably would not recommend you using it against water types. It's also good for Lance, depending upon if you have Thunder Punch or not. Totodile. Totodile's a good starter because the water type, bite, You get Ice Fang when you evolve into Croconaw, so Croconaw is a good starter. For Alligator, I'd say for Alligator is an amazing starter. I know, I was on record before with my friends saying that Typhlosion is better than for Alligator, but looking over the stats, looking over the moveset, I gotta say for Alligator is better than Typhlosion. But I mean, Johto all around has a really easy leveling curve, but not like after the 8th gym. The 8th gym, it's like you gotta find certain areas to train, which I really was not a huge fan of. But anyway, on to Gen 3 with Trico. Trico, good starter. I don't care what anyone says. Trico, Grovyle are good starters. Sceptile, one of my favorite starters. Especially Sceptile's Mega Evolution. Grass and Dragon. I love that. I love that Mega Evolution. Sceptile in Gen 3 and also in Gen 6 are really good. The reason why Gen 6 because the special split, this the special attack and the physical attack. A split in Gen 3, Sceptile was not the best because Grass was special and he was a physical attacker. But now Sceptile's really good. After Gen 5, he's really good. I recommend if you are playing Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, definitely pick Sceptile. You won't go wrong there. Torchic. For me, honestly, I would have to say Torchic. I don't like Torchic in general, like normal Torchic. I don't like it. But I do like the upcoming evolutions, except for Combustion. Combustion, it's literally a... you know what it is, guys. Like, come on. But Blaziken, though. Blaziken is a good starter. Not my favorite firefighting type, but it's definitely a solid one. No, it's not solid. It's good. Its Mega Evolution, though, I'd probably put it in Amazing because of Speed Boost. Mudkip. The starter that probably everyone loves in Gen 3, and everyone says Gen 3 has the most balance. I think the most balanced is probably Gen 4 with these guys here. But Mudkip's a solid starter. I hate Marshtomp. I've always hated Marshtomp. I don't know why. I never clicked with Marshtomp. But Swampert. Swampert I'll put right behind for Alligator. Reason why is because you could probably solo... I mean, you probably can solo the entirety of the game with just Swampert. And Swampert's only weakness is grass. Which isn't not bad because there's a whole bunch of water types in Hoenn. I have never seen a lot of grass types in Hoenn, but there's never a grass type gym, so you don't really have much to worry about with Swampert. Gen 4, Sinnoh, Diamond Pearl Platinum. Turtwig, the Turtwig line is going to be best starter for me. These are by far my favorite starters of all time. The Turtwig line is my favorite. I don't care what anyone says about the quad ice weakness for Torterra. Torterra is the best starter in my opinion. It is a big constant turtle. I remember when I first got my Adamant Nature Turtwig, I was just wrecking Cynthia's team with that Turtwig, except for her Milotic. Milotic was just too fast. But I don't care about Torterra's speed. I don't care about the ice-type weakness. I love Torterra, and if y'all don't, definitely try out Torterra again. Chimchar. I'm going to say Chimchar... Base Chimchar, not good. Chimchar alone is not good, in my opinion. Monferno, it's solid because you get the fighting type, but I just don't like the design of Monferno. I never liked the design of Monferno. But Infernape, though, Infernape is an amazing starter. Thunder with a lot of elemental punches, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, with strong physical attack. You cannot go wrong with Infernape. But I still would not put him above Torterra. Probably my least favorite starters is Sinnoh, Piplup, the Piplup line. Piplup is a solid, cute little penguin, can't go wrong. But then the middle evolution is just like, what the F is this? Like, this is just disgusting. But Empoleon, I definitely put next to Piplup as a solid starter. Now, Actually, I'm going to put him in good because the Steel type. The Steel type's unique for starters, which honestly Samurat should have gotten. Or Chestnut should have gotten. That's just my opinion. But Steel is a fantastic secondary typing for your starter. But speaking of Unova, we're heading to the Unova starters with Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott. Now, for those of you who don't know about my history of Pokemon, Gen 5 is by far my favorite generation. That's where I started playing Pokemon back in 2012. So expect some biasness for Gen 5 starters. Snivy, good. Servine, right behind Snivy. Superior, one of my favorite starters as a long time, but cannot beat Torterra. I'm sorry, Servine or Superior. I know you longer, but Torterra is just quickly growing on me. If I were a Pokemon channel, Torterra would be my mascot, or Turtwig would. Tepig. I know one of my friends is gonna flame me heavily from where I put the Tepig line, but Tepig is a good starter. Tepig's cute. I like Tepig. Pignite, I do not like the design of Pignite at all. Its stats are mediocre at best, but Emboar is an amazing starter. Especially his shiny. Oh my god. Emboar's shiny is probably one of the better shinies for the starters. But it isn't as best as Charizard or Sceptile or heck, probably even like you know what? Never mind. We'll keep going before we should do a shiny list sometime. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below. But Oshawott was my first starter pick, and based on that alone, I actually did a back in the day back when I was playing Pokemon a lot more than I am now. But I'm still playing Pokemon because I love that game. I actually did not evolve my Oshawott for the entirety of the game for when I played one time in Pokemon White. Honestly, that was kind of challenging because I got into level 65 when he was still a Oshawott. But he did hold his weight. He did pull his weight, so I'm going to put Oshawott in Amazing. Just for that alone, because Oshawott is cute in Gen 6, 7, and 8. You see him sleep on his little scalp chap when you go to pet him. That's super fucking adorable. And and I've got him 65 in Pokemon Black and White. He was holding his own. I'm going to give that Duat solid. Cannot go wrong with Duat. Samurat is an amazing starter. A samurai otter. I love Japanese. I love the samurai appeal. I love the swords and ninjas. I love all that stuff. But yeah, that will be Gen 5. Moving on to my second favorite generation is Generation 6. I know a lot of people do not love Generation 6, just like how they did not love Generation 5, but I don't care. We're doing it anyway. Chespin, not great. Quilladin, I'd rather use the level 1 Magikarp than use Quilladin. Chestnut, oh my god, come on, mouse, work with me. Chestnut's a solid starter. If you don't have a Lucario or a Hawlucha, Chestnut is a good secondary fighting type. Fennekin line. Fennekin is cute. I would say it's a good starter. Brings it down to because of bipedal. I don't know why they keep bringing up bipedalness. Delphox, right in the middle, I'd say. I'm recently using one for a Pokemon Y, but I only use Gift Pokemon challenge, and it is not doing the best that I thought it would. But Froakie, best starter. Rocketeer, amazing. Greninja, best. I don't care what anybody says. Greninja is probably the best water type starter ever, and its shiny is probably the best shiny. I know I said that for like Charizard and Emboar, but Greninja is probably the best shiny starter ever. Rowlet. the Rowlet line in Alola, Generation 7. Oh, it's already been Gen 7 already. Rowlet, I love Rowlet. He's so damn adorable with his little bow tie. Dartrix, good. He really dropped the ball in cuteness. But Decidueye, though. Ooh. If y'all have not used Decidueye, you really should work on using Decidueye more. Decidueye, underrated grass starter. Spirit Shackle, it's a hidden ability, and it's shiny. Oh my god, Decidueye is amazing. Litten, good. Torcat's also good. Incineroar is also good. I don't have any complaints with these starters. The dark type is a good typing for Incineroar. Poplio, Poplio's solid. Brionne, solid. Primarina, I definitely put above and good because of the fairy type. If it didn't have fairy type, then it'd probably be in solid with the rest of them. The generation I do not like at all. Gen 8 with Sword and Shield. I just want you guys to know I played Sword and Shield maybe twice, so I don't have a lot to say about these starters. I've only used mainly Sobble, and I think Scorbunny, or maybe Grookey, I don't remember. But my time with I'll get to Sobble in a minute. But Grookey's a solid starter. I have not used Grookey, so I don't have a lot to say, but with all the gameplay and the stats and the move list I've seen, he's pretty good. Thwacky, I think is what it's called. I don't like the name. That's the only reason why he's not good. But Rillaboom, he's definitely a good starter. I should have picked him when I saw Leon. When I saw Leon threw out a Rillaboom when I was fighting him in the championship. Scorbunny, I just do not like Scorbunny at all. It's not a good starter. Reboot's not either. Neither's. I don't like any of the Scorbunny line. I don't know why. It's just did not click with me, you know. Sobble, bad. I do not like Sobble at all. But Inteleon's solid. These two, I did not like at all while playing the game. I barely used my starter until I evolved it. Then it was good. But for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, I did play both games. I did complete both games. I completed the Pokédex, too. So I got some stuff to say about these two. I'd say they're both good starters. Sadly, you cannot evolve them, which really does suck. But the special moves you get, the type diversity of the moves you get, your friendship heavily increases with those two. There's no HMs, so you have to rely on them to fly and stuff like that, which I love. They brought in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee brought in a whole new audience to Pokemon. Like they were an introduction to the Nintendo Switch, which honestly should have came. I think it did came first before Sword and Shield. I don't remember, but I love the games. Pikachu and Eevee, good starters. But yeah, this is my Pokemon starter list. I know not everyone will agree with me on this, but again, this list is my opinion. If you do not like my opinion, I don't know what else to say about that. But thank you all so much for watching my first official tier list video. I know I've done ranking videos before and top 10s, but this is my first tier list video. If you guys did like it, please leave a like, comment down below what you want to see next for a tier list. I got some in mind, but I'm also going to be working on the Batman Arkham series again. I'm sorry for keeping y'all in the dark about that, but we're doing more tier lists. Batman Arkham, we're doing some other stuff with other content creators. My Twitch, I will leave my Twitch down in the description below. And if you guys enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It'll definitely helps me out a lot, and also it helps me connect with you guys more. Yeah, this is Galar. Peace out, guys.
You the the gamer tease, gotta bow down, get on your knees, yeah, yeah, you, the gamer tease, gotta bow down, get on your knees, yeah, yeah, you, the gamer tease, gotta bow down, gotta bow down. Now you need a pipe down, I am the king, tell me what you mean, I am not a fiend, I got my crown.